the year of our Lord 2021. Without wasting much time, we are going direct to the head of the Directorate of State, Mazi Chika Edoziem, to give us the briefing. Mazi, you are welcome. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Master Jonathan, and good evening from here. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night to all of you, great Biafrans all over the world, depending on your time zone. My name is Mazi Chika Edoziem. I come from Oma. Oma is in Olu province of Biafra land. And by the grace of Elohim, the mighty and merciful Chika Biama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra in the Directorate of State as the head of Directorate. Biafrans, I bring you message of goodwill from the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Despite or irrespective of his condition, irrespective of the tortures that he has been put through and continuing to be put through, our leaders' main thought is about the family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide. He has all of you in his prayers, that you all may remain resolute, that you all may remain focused, disciplined, and unwavering in our march to freedom and in our struggle to restore and reclaim not only our heritage, but the honor of our people. I will therefore ask all of you to, as well as Oyendu has you in his prayers, we as well must have him in our daily prayers. I am quite aware, very much aware of the expectations of our people as it concerns our struggle for freedom. I am also aware of their expectations on the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. I wish to state that the Directorate of State of the indigenous people of Biafra is working assiduously and in consonance in tune, in agreement with IPOB's fundamental principles, policies, and objectives. This Directorate of State, which our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put together, we shall not deviate one bit from any of these fundamental principles and policies and objectives because they are the soul of our movement and of our struggle. It is therefore in this regard that I will be holding a meeting with IPOB USA principal servants on the 25th of July 2021. I repeat, I will be holding a very important meeting with myself, and of course some members of the Directorate, with the IPOB USA principal servants. And those who will be invited to that meeting will of course be properly informed. The Continental Rep for North America will be instructed on the details for this very meeting. And while I am on USA, it is very, very saddening that we seem to ignore the precarious situation which this family is presently in. It seems that we probably did not quite comprehend that this moment is a moment in which we must put all our energy together and use that energy to pursue the anyone to get us distracted.
The whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time.
Is being made and must continue to be made, because the single most important thing that we have to do, that this great family need to do, is to ensure that we focus on making sure that the health of the leader of this great movement, Onye Kanu, is not in any way jeopardized while he remains in the custody of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. And we cannot, by our own selves, we must not, by our own selves, contribute to a situation that will, even if in a very little way, complicate his very serious health situation. This very movement must all join hands together to ensure that our leader is a free man at the shortest possible time from this day forward. Our lawyers are doing excellently well, and our diplomatic engagement is also running smoothly. Our civil disobedience is being heard all over the world. Therefore, every person who sees himself in a position of service to the Biafran people, you must disregard anything, whatever that may be, that will dissipate our energies and strength from focusing on what is very, very essential today for us as IPOB family members. Our leader is in the hands of the enemy. Many of you, or some of you, who have been coming online and writing things, or even having their programs, live programs. You may have some genuine complaint. You may have a very cogent reason why you feel that something has gone wrong somewhere. Yes, you may have it. But I want to tell you that this very moment is not the appropriate time to deal on some of these matters, because the Directorate will not, for any reason, abandon our work to get our leader out of the hands of the wicked, out of the hands of the enemy. We cannot abandon our responsibility to ensure that his health is not in any manner jeopardized while dealing with some of these issues that are being raised on social media or that are being sent around to family members. I therefore appeal to those of you in USA, please do not aggravate the situation of our leader while he remains in the hands of the enemy. I will make this appeal this last once, and I believe we all understand what is confronting us, and we all must put our hands together to ensure that Oyendu is with us the soonest. The indigenous people of Biafra, we are a race under severe threat of extinction. We all know this. Many of us have witnessed it. Many have experienced it personally. The Nigerian government is very actively eliminating Biafran youth faster than any disease or natural cause can. And when we see these things, we still do not understand that we must pull in one direction. We must unify our front. We must not allow the enemy to come into us or in our midst and cause havoc. Because from north to south, east to west, our youths are being massacred. They are being not just tortured, they are being given the most inhuman treatment one can imagine. Of course, when our leader is out, we will hear the true facts and the true events from him. Be aware that most of these clandestine and covert killings, they happen, and many of them, majority of them, are not heard about. When our killers get emboldened by the actions or lack of it that is coming from those who self-acclaimed themselves to be political leaders from Biafra land, elders, religious leaders, when our killers observe that these people, they cannot do anything, they cannot say anything, these killers lose every sense of pretense and commit these murders then in the open. Ladipo Market is not an isolation. Ladipo Market, where I'm not quite sure how many, but a number of Biafrans were killed. For what reason? It happened in Enugu just this past month. Cold-blooded murder of Biafran people. And you have leaders. You have leaders. They have gone quiet. They can see nothing. They can say nothing. The only person who spoke, continue to speak, and will continue to speak and defend the rights of Biafran people is at this moment in the hands of the enemy. And some of us are dissipating their strength and their energy in writing and diverting our attention. Please advise yourself very properly. Advise yourself very properly so that we can focus on what needs to be done. Your leaders, so-called, they have become blind, deaf, and dumb all at the same time because they have conveniently decided to see nothing. They have decided to hear nothing. They have decided to say nothing while their supposed people, the constituencies from where they took off to become political leaders, or the constituencies where they rule or lead as traditional rulers or PGs, are going through unimaginable and barbaric, inhuman torture. They cannot help any of you. They have no desire. They have no intention. They do not have the balls to help us, Biafran people. Therefore, the only person who can help us is our leader, and we must do everything within human and spiritual power to ensure that he rejoins this family sooner than later. Now, to the ongoing efforts by the Zoo government to compromise, this is what they know. Corruption is the second name of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They are going about compromising people in Biafra land. They are going about calling our elders to nocturnal meetings. They are going about inviting our market leaders to clandestine meetings to bribe them, to throw some change to them. And you have to ask yourself where the change is coming from, where these monies are coming from. These are funds, money that was taken from your land, and you are being compromised by just giving you a little bit of what belongs to you. Those of you that has been approached by the agents of the Nigerian government, you know yourselves. You know yourselves. You are therefore advised to retrace your steps, because the spirit of our departed heroes and the land of Biafra shall visit you. It's a promise I'm making, and I'm saying it here live on Radio Biafra worldwide, that if the politicians in Biafra land, the elders in Biafra land, the PGs in Biafra land, if you do not retrace your steps now that you have the time, the spirit of our departed heroes and the land of Biafra shall visit not only you, but your family and your generation with a terrible vengeance. And again, to the Nigerian government and the Kenyan government, including individuals directly involved in the betrayal and extraordinary rendition of our leader, I give you hereby notice that you shall surely pay a huge, huge price for that crime at our own time and at the place of our own choosing. The price must and will be paid. It does not matter how long it takes, but this crime must be properly situated, and I'll leave it at that. Let me remind and let me encourage us again to continue our reading of the Psalms, because Elohim will surely deliver our leader and the Biafran people from the snares of the wicked and the evil ones, those within and amongst us and those without. Your wicked and evil plans shall come to nothing. Biafrans, I want to borrow from the words of one of our sisters who just wrote that Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. There is no discussion, and Biafra is our destination. Remain disciplined in your area of duty, in your area of responsibility. Principal officers, if you are not a coordinator, if you are not an administrative officer, do not meddle into affairs of coordination or administration. If you are not a coordinator, do not meddle into the issues of coordination. There are those whose responsibility it is to deal with it. If there are issues, if there are ideas you have, suggestions you wish to make, please follow the proper channel and pass your idea or your suggestions across, and it will be taken care of. Let me end this very evening broadcast by saying that Biafra is our homeland. Biafra is our identity, and Biafra is our religion. And Chukwu, the all-merciful Elohim, to whom alone worship belongs, is whom we worship. I thank you all, great Biafrans, wherever you are tonight, and I encourage you to remain steadfast. I encourage you to remain focused. Above all, I encourage you to remain disciplined, for without discipline, we cannot win this war, which has been brought upon us. But I trust what our leader has put in place. I trust what he has imbibed in us. And I know that we will not disappoint him. Very key. We must not disappoint Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of this great movement. Therefore, I commend him and commit him into the hands of merciful Chika that he may continue to empower him and fill him with his spirit, with understanding, with wisdom, to lead us into a free, independent, and sovereign Biafra nation. May Chukwu guide all of you, and may Chukwu be with all of you. From me, from here, I wish to say good night to you, and thank you for listening.
There comes a time, the whole wide world will welcome the rising sun. Here comes the time, for everyone to see that what will be, will be. This is the time, for you and I to stand together as one. Yeah. They will know, the sun is rising, from east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are, because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. We spent our lives in pain and misery, never gonna trade our freedom with any mystery. It's affecting our soul and it's killing us slow. With what we've been through, we are far from being good, but we are blessed by Chika, so we're never gonna give up. We're never gonna give up. There'll be light in the wind of a tunnel. It will shine so bright all time. The whole wide world will embrace us. Nobody can stop us, nobody can cage us. Nobody can stand us, yeah. They will know, the sun is rising. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? Oh, you wave your flag and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. We're shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. The windows and curtains, green lights be revealing. When I think about how blessed we are, goosebumps all over my body. Sunrise to the clock strike. Black strength crossing grey stripes. Clashes upon clashes, many lives turn to ashes. When I ponder and reminisce, the actions I see malice. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. Blood on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful flag, all around the world. We go carry the cross together. We walk through to Zion. We stumble, we'll rise. How the victory will start. We will know. From east to west, from north to south. Can't you see the sun is rising? I still wave your flag all over the world. Because the sun is rising. I still be shining so bright all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. They will know. Light shine, the sun is rising. Wave your flag anywhere you are. Light shine, the sun is rising. Light shine, the sun is rising. Freedom, yeah. Light shine, the sun, we are rising.
Baba sing. Shalom Alecha. It's a tribute to Ikonso, the commander ESN. I wonder what I give ya. Sabo governor Omo Wasi ya Bugisi. On the Maranu de na Bugisi, our life can do one Bufuzi. Nibulo Ile Montega Wagi, Nibulo Sabo guys of Awagi, nigga what's up? Makobara Chineke Gawayani Konsa. Hammer be strong like Ikonsa. Biafra, that's up. Saboga Bossa. Biafra, that's up. We got 1 million Ikonsa. Biafra, that's up. Fula Niba Taga Bossa. Babylon getting people insane. When I got me a motherfucking brain. Maniac Zion, all about time. Let them know I be on my grind. With them strategic whip on, full of niggas mad. Them I got it so obvious. This time around they can get us. We are pumping up and we are Hindus. Babylon, Nigerian puppety. Control the zoo for fuel and kerosene. Don't tell me how to buy when you don't tell me how to run. I'm good on garlic and lemon. God got me on Zena. Respect the man, them my skin, the bro. Hit back to the dance. They come all the way from Hollywood to show me what they want me believe in. White Christ, oh shit, who got my beast out of its sleep. Man, I'm still a Negro. How I believe the world's a slavery. This same belief you give to Igbos in Africa, Biafra and kill for them. I'm a big strong like Ikonsa. Pula Niba Taga Bossa. Chubaha ESN, Chubanda Jaw, Chubagaha Badanza. ESN, Mapanimo of you when you came on Lupus in a Bafta. When you're trying to get to Bataka, Boko Mapula, Nitinisha Bafa. I want to lead us in the sea. Sabo governor Bossy at Bugisi. On the Maranu, then at Bugis in our land, the Isin Dugubian Medicine. Ibulonile wanted a body. Ibulo Sabo Boys if I'm waggy. He got Bossa. Makobara Chineke got what they Konsa. Hammer strong like Konsa. Biafra, that's up. Fula Niba Taga Bossa. Biafra, that's up. We got 1 million Konsa. Biafra, that's up. Biafra, that's up. Yahweh over full my cup, I'm dope. Swaggish, litty enough. I'm the canon ke inyelani, he don't do well more than enough. Yahuwa mama imela, onye bini wegina leke negi. Isi sinyelo no yege ebugi, so gina lodi onye na lobogi. You so got enough, pull up for area, full and gun down. All of the Sariki don't they talk, Sariki full and don't they talk. Say, the vibe is dead, no deceive. When Biafra come, we go chill on Shabbat Eve. Niggas, sickness cannot be cured, I'm allergic to success, we go win the disease. I'ma be strong like Ikonsa, full and Taga Bossa. Chubaha ESN, Chubanda Jaw, Chubagaha Badanza. ESN no kwani mofya makiwe kino lupo sisi na wafya. Wenye cholo gano to batafya, boko mafula kitimisha wafa. Aya waga wana yide destiny sabo governor mo boys ya bugisi oni maro no de na bugisa wala kisondu kune bukusi je ibulo ni le wote da bagi ibulo sabo boys if I win diga bossa makobara chineke ga wanye ni konsa hama konsa Biafra that's up kula ni bataka bossa Biafra that's up we got 1 million ni konsa Biafra that's up Biafra that's up hama konsa Biafra that's up kula ni bataka bossa Biafra that's up we got 1 million ni konsa Biafra that's up Biafra that's up